Fasting in Ramadan. Fasting is one of the 5 pillars of Islam.
It is obligatory to fast in the month of Ramadan. It is also sunnah to fast in other months, especially on Mondays and Thursdays. The Arabic word for fasting, savim, literally means giving up something and not doing it. In terminology, it means that people who are qualified to fast abstain from eating, drinking and family relations from dawn to dusk, with the intention of worshipping. It was made obligatory in the month of Shaban in the 2nd year of the Hijrah, during the time of Prophet Muhammad, in Medina.
Fasting is one of the important acts of worship in Islam.
As stated in the 183rd verse of Baqarah, "Those believers, fasting is prescribed for you, as it was for those before you, so perhaps you will become mindful of Allah." It is a worship that is emphasized in many verses of the Holy Quran and even appreciated as atonement for various punishments. In addition to the obligatory fasts during Ramadan, fasting for 3 to 60 days is ordered to atone for some sins. This means that it is an act of worship that dissolves sins and mistakes, and an act that purifies a person and makes him progress spiritually. Fasting should be performed as a duty to Allah Almighty, without being tied to material or spiritual benefit considerations. Every act of worship contains much wisdom and benefit. Worships are essentially prescribed for man to gain the merit to be close to Allah and to become eligible for heaven and eternal happiness. Therefore, even if some worldly benefits and wisdom are perceived and seen in worship, they have more important wisdom, deeper effects and results that we do not consider.
First of all, acts of worship make a person qualified for eternity.
It raises the person who cannot see Allah Almighty to a level where he can observe his Lord in heart and soul. In addition, some of the benefits, interests and wisdom of every worship can be seen in the world. For instance, zakat is a means of communication between the poor and the rich class. Likewise, pilgrimage is a place where Muslims from all races and statuses come together. Some worldly benefits and results may occur in those meetings. Fasting and long Taraweeh prayers after dinner also have some worldly benefits in terms of personal and social health. Moreover, since it is difficult for others to follow and know whether a person is fasting or not, his reward belongs entirely to Allah. That reward is forgiveness. As a matter of fact, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, expressed this feature of fasting as follows: "Whoever fasts Ramadan believing in its rewards and expecting its reward from Allah, his past sins will be forgiven." All these are the blessings of Ramadan. A person who takes advantage of these spiritual opportunities that come with Ramadan becomes a candidate for being a perfect human being. He made good use of the month of Ramadan and was granted God's forgiveness.